Hey, what's up, gang? It is Adam Smith from the CommanderSmiths, and it is Proxy Time. This week, man, it was a shit show getting all this put together. I had everything all organized and ready to go, and then my camera froze, which is weird. My camera shouldn't be on the other side. Whatever. It froze, so I had to shut everything down. I had everything all ready to go. So yeah, that's fun stuff. Love technology. Okay, so working on Tundra today, I have quite a few pieces of art I want to work with. I might not get to all of them, but I have at least 4 that I want to deal with here. The first one, not that guy. Let me move my stuff in order here. So the original art, which is this guy right here, pretty boring. And I couldn't find like a high quality image for this. So it was pretty tough for me to actually do anything with this actually. So they did have the Magic Online version, the digital version, and this is like the newer Tundra, which actually like a lot better, but still it's kind of bland. So we're gonna start with that one. Reason why I have 3 text boxes or 3 different card versions is there's a couple things. I wanted to show the original guy, but as you can see these little, it's a lot easier to have the text box. See how this isn't broken up? If you don't have that, it's like nearly impossible to make a full art of this because you can't really, there's not a good cutoff point. But because see, we have this rounded off here, the newer style of text box stuff makes it a lot easier to do stuff. So that's why I have this, but I also like this multicolor thing that they did with the dual lands back in the day. So this is a nicer one of how that looks. So that's why I have 3 different text boxes. So we're going to use this as the part of what is going on in the text box. We're going to use this whole frame for our tundras. First off, we'll work on this one. I'm gonna have to do some pre-editing with this. I want to get rid of the Wizards of the Coast thing because I do want to utilize, well, actually, you know what? Maybe what we'll do is we'll frame the card here, and then I don't need so much sky, so I actually don't need to do any pre-editing there. And then we'll definitely jump over to, let me get this in order. I want the Gandalf one. That is the one I want second. So that first, that second. This one looks like almost like a picture. So this one I might get last. I kind of wanted to get this. Move this guy over there, this one in here. This one looks pretty sweet. So I want to kind of use that. And then if we get to it, we'll get to this one and potentially, well, let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. We're not going to do 5. So I'll kind of pick and choose what I want to do here. But this one looks super realistic. I think it almost looks too much like a photo. So that's maybe why I won't use this. And then this is also another Lord of the Rings. This is it's Lonely Island, not Lonely Island, that's the band, Lonely Mountain. So this is where Smog is and everything. So I was thinking this one could be a fun one to utilize the mountains on the foreground with that. But let's get to the first things first. So we need this text box. So this is a little bit more work, and that's maybe why we'll only do about one, or not one, probably 2, probably 3 at the most, just because of that, because there's a little bit more that goes into this. Thinking out loud, there might be a way I can combine once I actually get the text box where I want it, which might make the other versions a lot easier. We'll see though. See if we can mess around with that. I don't have a time constraint tonight. I would be on bedtime, but my nice wife is taking bedtime for the 3rd consecutive night because I played some cockatrice with people on Discord last night. So I owe some favors. All right. So I think that looks good. Yeah, and I want to leave that gap there. Well, I just want to see what happens, what we do, what it's going to grab. My other thought is I could go, no, I kind of like that. So we're going to keep it there. Let's bring it over to the newer Tundra. And let's see how bright. I don't know. This is a lot brighter. Yeah, maybe not. That one might be all right. Man, that really did pick up a lot outside of that text box there. It doesn't seem like it did there, but for some reason it did. Weird. Okay. Gonna widen this out a little bit. Just make it even on both sides. We're gonna redo that. Well, odd that it did get all that. We'll see what it does now. Let's get rid of that first. And I just need to be able to see my layers there on the side. So let's do this again. Okay. So, like I said, instead of having to do some editing beforehand, played your cockatrice, AJ. I don't want to go there. I don't even know how to respond to that. Okay, so let's see. I want to see through this. I wish you would have been on last night. It was actually a lot of fun. We got 2 games in. It was a lot of good time. Actually, I got my first game under an hour in. So the second game, well, it was a 3-person game. So I have had that. Damn it. See, I missed this. This is why you got to make sure you're doing stuff. I'm not too far along. You got to check that. All right, so we got to delete that layer because missed that. All right, let's make sure we get everything else. Oh, that's funky. That wouldn't have looked good there. So we got the white text box there. We need the blue as well. So I think we're coming all the way around with that. Yeah. Actually, then I can smooth that out there. That might still be fine. But I do like the transition of white and blue. So actually, we're going to include that and include this. AJ, did you get any games in this weekend? All right, that looks good because then we'll just I might be able to get rid of part of that right now. Oh shit! Oh, what'd you say? Glad I get some games in. Yeah, that's true. Once the snow gets us, then we are stuck indoors, and that's when the games begin again on cockatrice. Okay, so now that I did that, I might continue to do the same to the top here. So I'm kind of changing out the way I want to do things here. You played in real and Thursday and last night. How'd your game? I think I saw your stuff from Thursday. How'd your stuff go last night, AJ? I played let's see, the first game was with Travis, Jake, and Jaw. And what did I play my first game? I played Daryl, which was a lot of fun. I like Daryl. That deck's pretty sweet. But yeah, that one went off. I ended up winning that game. Good for me. And then the second game was Jake. Oops, got that wrong. Jake and Jaw and myself. And that one, what did I play there? I played Croxa. I haven't played Croxa in a while. So that one was pretty fun actually. We would have lost if I didn't get Jake to he was playing Perforos and he got Jaw and myself down to like 10 off of that. And if we hadn't have or if I hadn't had him discard the last hand or the last turn, he would have got both of us dead on his next turn. Okay, so we did a little more editing to that. I think this will turn out pretty nice. Yeah, I think I like that better having the colors in there because we're gonna have that wrapper that interior text box thing going on. Okay, so we want right about there. See through. Okay, so I do want to be able to see that it's both white and blue. And so my plan is to have this part of the mountain come to the foreground So if that comes to the foreground, you'll still be able to see the plain symbol and the blue. Everything else will be good. Nothing else will be edited there. So that looks good. Drop it. It's funny with the dual lands, it's very different than what I was doing when I started these like over a year ago. Whoops. Don't do that. Damn it. So now I like having the alt art stuff going on now. So I was really trying to find some good alt art to go with this. So that's why, well, and I've been on the Lord of the Ring. I'm always on a Lord of the Rings kick, but that fits in really. There's nice landscapes with that. I actually did try to search for some Game of Thrones or something like that, and I could not find anything that would work with that. Okay. Pretty sweet. Now let me think here. Do I want to mess with that text box now? And then I might be able to combine the images. Might have to do this each time. So I know there is a way that I can do it, but I think each time I'm just gonna have to do it this way. Highlight, and it won't take that much longer. It's probably gonna take me an extra minute on each one of these when I do that. So then I'm gonna copy this. Nope, let's find our Tundra there. And we'll paste that. And that is what we're gonna use for our text box here. And the key to this will be getting this to fit there. Nice. Pitiless Plunderer is a freaking sweet, fantastic card. It does some work. Okay, so that is. So did you only play one game then last night? You're saying, AJ? And that was you're playing in real life. You're getting a lot of those in, which is nice. All right, I think that's probably. I need to bring up the color because I can't see or the exactly the placement of all this. Okay, so it looks like I need a shift. That looks good there. Looks like I might need to shift a little bit to the right. Could also be the frame of that box. Yeah, I think it is. We do have this little weird part, but as long as it's symmetrical, I'm fine with it. It doesn't bother me much. But okay, so now I have to reteach myself of what my little trick was here. Because what I need to do is I got to get this text over the top of the other text box. Think that's what I did. Now I just have to remember. So I think I do the stamp tool like I do when I'm bringing stuff to the foreground and all that. And then go like this. And we are just going to bring it all to the foreground. So we'll get back to the stamp tool now. And we'll just make sure that we're seeing this right. So we'll bring that's already down. Okay. So we're just going to come across like that. See, look at that. Look at that. Just got to make sure you get that whole thing there. Now that is part of all of that. Yeah, this is going to be nice. And Ted, I got a couple arts that I'm planning on working on tonight, but it also depends on how well this is the part that I'm going to do multiple times. That'll get a little tedious, but it'll turn out nice. Okay, so now let's do the background. So the other ones, I'll get to that in a sec. Let's see. Oh, get back to that. Oh, see, that's my problem. I need to combine those two. What I'm going to do here before we even move on, let's combine these layers. To link layers. Is that link? Merge. Okay. So now they are merged together. So now when I go to edit this, it gets both of them and I don't have to transition to each one, which is pretty nice. Wow, AJ getting 2 games in a week? That's pretty nice, dude. Okay. Let me get this here. Get that coming through there. Yeah, that'd be nice to get 2 games in a week. I'm just trying to figure out when we can get our next with Lowry and everything. Well, with Lowry moving, I just listed his house this week. So he's kind of in the I'm going to the fuzzy tool here just to kind of because these are bushes up here. We're gonna bring no, we want that all the way there. We just want the fuzzy tool. So he's out for a little bit until we get the house all sold. And then even that, they got all the moving process once we get an accepted offer on that. Getting into the new place and then getting used to that. I mean, I'm still freaking have I told you guys I built a house? I'm still working on my house, so it's been 2 years of doing this crap. So I'm just hoping by late fall that we start getting back into actually probably start a in real life game next month. Okay, so that is let's see. And I already faded the tool or the yeah, I faded that before I merged it. I don't like how sharp those lines are with the bushes. That was not my intent. So I am going to bring this down or make that or fade it a little bit into it. So it's not so sharp. I don't with the bushes there, you don't need it to be sharp. It's not supposed to be a sharp line. There we go. That's a little better. These can be sharp. And actually I got to get back to that and make that a little more sharp there. All right, let me check that out. Now they look more like bushes. So this I'm actually like multi-clicking because I'm at that 54% opacity. So I'm just trying to get that bush feel. I said bush a lot right there. Okay, so we need that line right there. If we were an immature podcast, you'd probably make fun of that. Okay, so I gotta get rid of that. I have no flipping clue where I want to put that CommanderSmith logo. Yeah. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Okay. So I don't even know where I want to, where this is going to go. This might be my typical landscape thing where it becomes the sun. You guys have seen that before. Go. Okay. Let's see. If it's over there. Oh, I just noticed that top part. I do have the text up there. I might crop that out because I know my cropping is not going to be that high there. Balls. Okay. There isn't like a spot that actually fits with this. So it's kind of bright on this side and we have this being bright. I could, but when this becomes a proxy, you're cutting pretty close to this. Like, let's apply it. It's going to come down to like right here. So I don't want to get too far on the edge. So we're going to get down to like right there. I'm going to shrink it more. Okay. Let me mess with this before I forget because it's bugging the crap out of me, the top part there. Okay. There we go. All right. So now we already have our stamp of that. So we can just go right to that. The only thing we want to kind of that works right there. That gives that little the mountains are kind of faded anyways. So it doesn't this one I wouldn't want as a crisp line because it almost has that fog feel. And then that we got to bring way down. Okay, that'll work there. Let's get rid of this guy right there. So that I do want to change that. Oops. And we are 100 there. And we're just going to stamp. Oh, I already see what a problem is going to happen here. Yeah. Oh, no, we're on this layer. Get back here. See if this. Yep, that's the problem. So because I did the layers, it's not going to get. Oh, it's clone overlays, normal. Everything's normal there. Because I combined the layers now I can't actually get rid of this symbol that I wanted to. Son of a bee. And going too far back. I mean, it's fine to have the symbol there. I just prefer not to have it there. I don't even know what that kind of some you're putting words on there that I have to try to read there, Ted. I don't, chair kid can't even read. Let's see if I can get my buttons all right. Is that even on my main page of buttons? I think it's on the second. There it is.
One.
Kid can't even read. I don't even know what you're saying, char or whatever shading, Ted. I suck. All right. I think I'm gonna leave that guy there for now because I'm gonna have to mess with that later. I don't want to spend a ton of time on that. So we're gonna jump over to the Lord of the Rings one. All right. So we have everything highlighted that we wanted. So it'll be a little easier. All right. So we'll get that there. So what I might do before I combine stuff here, this is how we'll get rid of. I'll do the symbol now. So when I crop things, we'll get the symbol out of the way. And that probably should be the first thing I do anyways. All right, so let's make sure the size is right before I find my placement. Okay, that seems good. Can't even find the buttons. Yes. It's fuzzy things in the distance. Oh, is that what that's called? The ring should be shovel kicking the helmet. See, so are you, Ted, were you talking about like the type of cloud? Or is that just what fuzzy things are? Because I haven't heard of it that way. Vigo Mortensen. See, I can read that. All right, let me look through this. Gandalf. So my plan with this one, we need the mountains in there. So I want a Gandalf there. So my ground, this is all going to come to the foreground in Gandalf. That was the plan for this. The mountains are good there. Maybe have the clouds or smoke or whatever. If I get it over a little more, I can have this smoke come over there. I think that's how I want to plan this one out. Oh, sounds good, buddy. We'll see you later, AJ. Oh, classic painting technique. I don't know that stuff. All right. So let's see here. Ted putting out all the knowledge stuff that I don't know the painting stuff. I'm not a painter. I'm sure if I heard it like somebody else read it instead of myself reading it, then I'd be like, oh yeah, I know what you're talking about there. Okay, so let me get rid of this first before we even do anything. This will be easy because we're doing it now. So boop, boop. Oh, I'm too low. All right, so that was simple, and I don't have to worry about that later because that will be in the shot here. Again, I like that text box of that, so we're gonna bring that to the foreground or bring that into this picture. Have a good one, Gwen. Thanks for joining. All right, so we'll put that guy there. That little guy. I guess I should probably learn the painting terms because it's kind of doing that. Not really. I can't learn more stuff. There's already too much learning. I already have to look up everything to how to do shit for editing and all that crap. I can't believe how many videos I've watched of how to do all the stuff that we've done for the cast and everything. It's just insane. But I wouldn't have been able to do this like 8 years ago. We would just still be doing the audio part because I don't even know if we would have been doing the audio part because we had to learn how to do that. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm highlighting that. I got to stamp this again. We're going here, there, and then we're jumping to this layer just so you can see what's going on. We're bringing the other one. Oops, go back. Bringing the other one to the foreground, the one that I like. All right. This might be my favorite of the duels that I'm doing here. Love that shot of Gandalf there. Okay. So before I combine it, because that screwed up how I wanted stuff, you live and you learn. That's pretty much what it is here. It kind of screwed things up last time because I combined it too soon. So now we'll combine it because everything's up to 100. Because I combined it when it was at one was at 50. So then I had to leave that last one at 100% instead of the 70 that I normally go to. So now we're going to merge those layers. So now the editing process will be a lot easier. And now when I bring this down, it does it together. All right. So now we need to mess with this. Stamp it. That looked weird. Okay. That's fine. Okay. So now like I said before, I want this. Now it is grassy. So we're going to fade it and just make that bigger. Again, we don't need a crisp line on this one. But you still do want to go pretty straight across. There we go. Yeah, there was a little bit of green popping up there, so I wanted to hit that. Okay, before I get too far along, let's see how it looks. Looks pretty good. Do I like the fade on that? Let's see what our 70%. Is there any areas I want more of? No, I think that's good. Okay, so let's get Gandalf. I wonder if I can grab just him. Button bar. That's my wife did that today. I said something about grabbing a guy or something like that. And she's like, "Oh, button bar." I'm like, "Damn, you're right. Wish I'm recording myself all the time." Gotta grab Gandalf. We need to bring this so I can see it. I can't see very well through. What else do we got there? So Gandalf ends right there. Nope, don't do that. I have to manually do the staff. Everything else should be fine. We'll get a little fade in there. All right, text box. We're on that. Okay, that's simple. Let's take away this, deselect. Now we're going to have to bring this really small and bring this up so I can actually see what I'm doing here. The tail. Nope, that was too much. There. Okay. Get there. Gandalf is fine there. And let's get that staff. Okay. I think it's good. I think it's good. Let's see. 70%. Fantastic. Something looks a little funky over here. I just want to mess with something. So his hair's there. It's got beautiful hair. I'm just going to make that line a little more. There we go. Huh. So I kind of got those bushes there. Whoops. I don't know if I like that necessarily. What is going on there? There's something there. Let's bring this way down. What am I missing? That's part of his cloak. Okay, it kicks out right here. And kind of comes out right there. Let's check that back. There's one other thing I was thinking while I was doing this. I'm Monopool. Oh, I didn't, I didn't even see that. No, add it to your Monopool. Good catch. All right. So there, what I was thinking about is where that staff ends. No, that looks a little funky. There's something odd with it. Definitely don't want it to do that. Want the text box to go down there like that. Okay, so that looks fine. Yep. Okay, so now what I want to do, let's hit up that smoke up top here. And I brought it down to 50 because I don't want it to completely cover. So we're going to do a pass by here because it is smoke. It's so we're multi-clicking. We're going to get rid of some of the edges. Looks like a little bit there, not a lot. So we don't need to do much there. I don't think I want to mess with the clouds. Those are way in the background. So I think it's just the smoke I wanted. And I don't want the text, the edge of the box to be there. Okay. That looks pretty sweet. Okay. So we got Gandalf there. We're at our 70%, which is where I wanted it. Everything looks good there. Now let's get the logo in. Gandalf. This is also probably the most art I grabbed to choose from. I think I had about 7 different pieces that I was going to use. I just really did not like the original Tundra art for what Tundra should be. I doing another landscapey thing? I could do it in the smoke. Is there a good smoke spot? I don't see one. My watch is going crazy. Oh, burn my 3,000 calories. Hit it. Let's see here. I don't see another good spot. That's the problem with landscape stuff is there isn't always a good spot. So we're just gonna do some smoke stuff here. Whoa, don't. Son of a bitch. I did this with, I believe. Oh, we'll just have it kind of. I did this with one of the fetches. It had to be polluted delta, I think is when I did that before. I could have it in the clouds there. We're going to do it in here. Going to do a little bit of that wispy stamp stuff going on. Get on there. We already have our stamp tool. We do want to fade this out. Okay. I want to get rid of edges. Kind of want this to almost be random. There we go. We're going to just make it so it's kind of hidden in there. There we go. Just don't want it to actually see like there's actually a circle there. Only people knowing where that one is actually you're going to notice that it's there. I like that. It actually turned out pretty good. Do I want to bring it up a little bit? Yeah, we'll give it a little more color. So at least you can kind of see it. Okay, so that is Tundra number 2. Number 2. Now this one I think is going to be pretty sweet. The only thing I'm a little worried about with that one, yeah, I don't think I want to get this one. This one just looks too much like a photo, and I'd rather it be more of an art piece. So I think this will be my last one I work on. What are we at? We're at 30 minutes anyways. So we're sitting pretty. But let's get this one. This one will be kind of cool. I like the Northern Light stuff. But so that's what I started doing a little ways through and I started looking for the art was I don't even know what the descendants are, but I liked how this art looked. Because I want to use, I think I was going to use this was going to stay to the background, but the peak I was planning on having come through the text box. Let's shrink it just a tad. Yeah. And I could even have the Northern Lights stuff kind of come through too, because we're almost thinking that this, and we'll see here. Let's get this on the books here. Crop it. Because I could use the problem is the foreground, making sure everything makes sense. It'd be really cool to have this come through. All right, let's see through it first, just to see what we're working with. Okay, so the original plan, which might be a newish plan, because this actually fits perfect. Have this mountain come through here, come up, peek through there. We'll also have this one come through down here, so it frames this out pretty nicely. And then fade these in. Maybe actually utilize the beams, the stronger points here, and have that come through the text box. I think that's what I want to do with this. I could even have it come through there, but let's get started on this. I'm seeing, because this is a darker image, you actually can see this going out of the line a little bit there. So let's get that one part that I need to get rid of that first, because that's what I learned from the first one. Always learning. So we got a stamp here. Hit it. Up there. Hit it. Oh, what do we got going on there? There. Hey. Stop it. Stop it. Right in the middle. Okay. All right. So then we got to bring in that other text box part. Want to keep it consistent with all those. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do this one, because I like the way that Lord of the Rings one turned out. So we'll bring this guy over. And get that framed up nicely. And I got to bring up the opacity on the other one before I combine both of these. Okay, that's good. We'll keep that there. Am I centered right? Actually, it might go down a little bit. Get a little bit bigger. And shift. Okay, looks good. We got to bring that guy up to its 100% level. I'm curious. Would this get rid of a step completely of me? I think it will, instead of doing all that. Yep, it did. So now I don't even have to do that whole other step. I just combined them right there. So, hey, there you go. Still learning. I learned 2 things off of this today. Okay, so let's get this going. This makes it a lot easier. Got to stamp this. Although that was only probably an extra 45 seconds maybe of crap, but it still was extra work that didn't need to be done, and there's a shortcut for you. And it makes sense. That's why I was thinking about it. I'm like, actually, I think once I get the image to where I want it, and we're going to fix this here in a sec. After I do this part, I think I'm going to jump over to there, fix that so I don't forget about that. You know what I just realized too? Yeah, with all that crap going on, I completely forgot to press record on the for making the short on this one. This one would have been fun to do as a short. Shoot. Stupid. I am going to start recording now, because maybe I will do a 4th one just so I have that for the short. Damn, that sucks. That's like, I have to have like little reminders to myself to just press record. I do that once with a podcast where we got all the way done and then I'm going to save it and I'm like, oh shit, I never pressed record on the old YouTubes. Stupid. Okay. That's all right. So I'm gonna do another one after this. So this will not be the last one. This one could have been the best one to have though for the recording. For the short, I should say. Because this one has a lot of color to it. Yeah, this one's really cool. All right, let's fix what I was talking about there. So we're gonna get it so I don't go over the line. Yeah, I realized that I missed it when I was thinking about, I was like, because sometimes they have to think about the shots of the shorts are very different. You have to, your framing's very different. And it's 60 seconds, but it's shot like you're doing a video on your phone. So I was thinking about that just there and I was like, oh shit, I never even pressed record. Get that. Now we didn't have to do this with the other ones because they were brighter images. This one, because it's a dark image and that is not being manipulated there, we needed to bring that or fix that before we moved on. Okay, so now let's do the other side of the mountains there. A lot easier. Yeah, that's going to be good. Trim it up a little bit. Ooh. I think it went a little out of the line. I need to actually see the mountains there. And this one, I can't do the cheating thing because it's too dark. There's not a very good distinguishing the lines with this. They would just meld together. All right. Get it all the way down. And we're just doing these. We're not doing the big mountains in the background. Actually, compared to this mountain, it's small mountains in the background. Oh, went a little further. This one, I don't want to, it's highlighting too much if I get beyond it because we have that white snow there. And if I get beyond that snow, you will see that, especially it being a darker image. So I'm being careful to let go of my click. So if I need to back it up, oops, say like that. Okay, I think that's good. And let's see where I didn't draw, so I know where to go. There we go. A little bit there. Nope, we're fine. There. So that one peak. Yeah, this one's gonna look really nice. A little bit there. Okay, let's see. Woo. Okay, let's get the peak and then we'll work on the northern lights part. I don't know. I'm thinking while I'm doing this, I'm like, actually, what I could do, this one turns out as nice as I'm liking it right now, is after done doing the video here, I can go back and just do the beginning part, recut it, and just add it all in there because everything's in fast forward. So you actually can't tell. There's a lot of stuff I cut out that you only see in this video and in the shorts compared to this. Oh, I think you got a little further than I wanted there. This a little too high, so I can't really see. Let's see what 70 looks like. Ooh, that looks fantastic. All right, so this is what I wanted to highlight here, and I think CommanderSmith logo is going to go where this moon is. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to use there. It's going to go on that spot. So let's see if I can do my fade tool here and bring that down to 63. And then we're going to shrink this up quite a bit. Okay, so we have, let's bring this down. So we have a lot of these brighter spots that we want to hit up. And that seems like a nice bright spot. Okay, so now I got all the main spots. So now when I go over this, it's going to hit those more and hit the others. I'm holding the mouse down now at this point. So it's going to really bring to the foreground those first ones that I did. And then what we're going to do, I don't like having the box at the bottom. So we're going to try to get rid of the line down here. So I'm letting go. Let's see how that looks. Oh, yeah. I'm a little too excited there. Oh, yeah. All right. Get that in the middle. And what we could do is almost leave that top part like that because we'll see here. It adds that little fade to it. Oh, that might be how we do this. That actually looks good because you notice it's stronger towards the bottom. So we're going to give that feel that you can still see through. I might give one more pass to the other stuff really quick. Oh, went too far there. From about here on, have another pass. Okay. Look at that. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Like how that's turning out. Okay, so this is the Tundra, man. This is the thing to work with as we get up to our 70. Is my line's too sharp? A little bit. There we go. And maybe a little bit on this side. Okay. I think I like it like that. Do I? We're going to go back and just look. Boop. I think I don't need to go as much. I think I just need this little tail, the bottom part there. I've been going, yep, this is a longer video because I'm going through the music again that I started off with. I think my playlist is only like 45 minutes long. All right, so we're not going to go so dramatic with it. Okay, you like that better. All right, so now the last part. That, like I said, a lot of these were like moons and stuff. What we did this today. If I had more time, we're almost an hour. What I actually might do is change the color on this to like a blue, but instead we'll just fade it quite a bit. Now it just looks like you just have a floating CommanderSmith logo right there. I don't know if I like that or not. You can't tell what's there unless I bring that moon. That might be what I do. Moon to the foreground. I'm not sure if that's what I want to do there. Because I could do the side there. Let's see. Is it even doing anything there? Oh, yeah, it is a little bit. There we go. I actually kind of like that. Yeah. All right. We faded that in pretty good. All right. Sweet. Well, that turned out freaking fantastic. I used fantastic a lot today. I'm happy with these because we got that guy. We got that guy, which probably is my favorite. Got the original one for all you people that want the original. Oh man, it's a picture there. I don't know if I want to hit up another one or not. I like how these 3 turned out because I don't think I'm trying to think for myself. This one's just too much like a picture. Could go like I'm just trying to figure out the framing of this one. Did a shot there. We'd want the moon in. So the card would go like that. But then see how much I feel like this is a picture more than art. And then the last one is this Lord of the Rings one. No, I think that how this turned out, it's pretty nice. I think that's pretty sweet. All right, I think that's where I'm going to wrap it up because we're almost at an hour or 50 minutes here, so that'll be a good video. We got 3 good tundras that we can use here. So, all right, well, thank you guys for joining me. Next week, not sure what I'm doing, but I do have to do the fetch that goes along with this at some point. Normally, I don't do those back to back, so they'll probably be in a little bit here. I'm not doing a drawing today because we pre-recorded the cast that's coming this week, so there is already somebody's name in there. Next week, I'll do the drawing for the Stump the Smith Savant. So that should do it. I'm Adam Smith from the CommanderSmiths. Thanks, guys, for watching. We'll see you next week. See ya. Bye. Sega.